Hello, children. The Queen stepped forward. I am Queen Elia, and this is King Braden. Thank you for coming. I gripped Emmett's hand. Her voice was just as sweet as I remembered. Not like we had a choice, Emmett commented, and I nudged him to shut up. You were brought here for your safety, the King told us. No, Emmett corrected. You brought us here to do your job for you. You failed to stop Emery all these years, and now you. I nudged him again. Please forgive him, I said quickly. He's never been taught about hierarchy and doesn't know when to hold his tongue. Emmett rolled his eyes and stepped back, but made sure to hold my hand still. Dear, have you ever been to our pack? Queen Elia asked. Your voice sounds very familiar. No, I've never been here, I lied and looked down. What's your last name? The Queen asked. Do you mind if we just get this over with? Emmett snapped. We don't like being around so many people. Of course, the Queen said sadly but continued to look me over. We'd like to know everything you know about Emery. The King asked. How long have you been with him? We were never with him, Emmett said firmly. Of course not, he misspoke. The Queen smiled and touched her mate's arm. But we do need to know how long you were in captivity. Captivity. Toby sounded upset, but one glare from his mother had him stepping back. We've been with him since we were 10 years old. Yes, that's his emo, Beta Harrison commented, as the others in the room started whispering. He takes them at that age, but we don't know why. Emmett and I looked at each other. But I assume from the look on your faces that you two do. The King spoke up. It's when the powers show up, Emmett admitted. He wants those of us with abilities, and if they don't have them, they're disposed of, I finished, as flashes of dead children's faces filled my mind. How old are you? Kit asked me. 17. So you've been locked up for 7 years? Zayden asked. You poor girl. She survived, Emmett answered and moved closer to me as he kissed my hand. I took care of her. We took care of each other, I smiled at him. Did you ever meet a girl called Azana? Kit stepped closer to me. She would be around your age. She was taken at 10 as well. A princess from a neighboring kingdom. We heard rumors it was Emery. Never heard of her, Emmett lied as I looked down. What about you? The King asked me. I just said we've never heard of her, Emmett snapped. Look, here's what we know. Emery is building an army. He wants to take over, not sure why he hasn't attacked you head-on yet, but we do know you are his end goal. He has small armies hidden all over the country, and no, we don't know all their locations, but we can tell you about the 2 we know of. He probably has about 400 soldiers in total, but only about 35 with powers. You mentioned you 2 had powers. What are they and why did he keep you 2 with him? The King asked. Our powers are none of your business, Emmett answered, and the King's eyes darkened. As for why we were kept with him. He paused and looked at me as tears filled my eyes, but I quickly wiped them away and looked down. We were the most powerful, among other reasons, that are no longer relevant. The King frowned and stepped closer. I want to know the names of all Emery's generals, or anyone in the higher ranks. I figured out as much, so I wrote it down for you last night. Emmett pulled out a piece of paper. Their names, ranks and last known location. This is helpful, thank you. Carrigan took the paper and passed it over to the King, who looked down on it. Can we go now? No. The King shook his head and looked at me. Why are you blocking your scent? I can't smell your rank. I stepped closer to Emmett. No reason. I just like to keep those things private. Why does it matter anyway? You didn't block it yesterday, Beta Harrison pointed out. You only started hiding it when we got close to the throne room, when... He looked at Tobias, and I felt my heart start to race. You said Alpha Toby. I knew it, Tobias's Lycan said. She's our mate, she's hiding it. Make her reveal her scent. Shit. I'd like to go, I said quickly. Emmett told you what we know, and we're not part of your pack, so we're going now. No! Toby shouted, and everyone stared at him in surprise. Stop blocking your scent. I don't follow your orders. I snapped. We're leaving. Grab the boy, the king ordered, and several guards came forward and pulled Emmett from me. No! I screamed as Beta Harrison stepped between us. Don't use your powers. Emmett linked me and shook his head. Word will get out to Emery that we're here. Let him go. I turned back on the king. Found your voice, have we? The king stepped closer to me. Show me your rank. Why? I shouted as I tried to read his thoughts, but there was a barrier. I'd never met anyone I couldn't read. Because I ordered it. He answered. Now do it. I don't follow your orders. I shouted. I am not in your pack. Do it, or I will kill your friend. I looked at Emmett nervously. Just run. I'll be okay. He linked me. I shook my head at him as tears fell down my face. I couldn't leave him. I felt my lip tremble as I looked at the triplets, my heart racing, and I slowly brought my scent back. All three of them looked at me in shock, with wide eyes. I knew it. You're an alpha, the king commented. Mate, the triplets said in unison, and the king's eyes widened as he turned to them. Let him go now. I screamed and ran over to Emmett, shoving the guards out of the way, as I squatted next to him. Are you okay? Why did you do this? He asked. You should have run. Not a chance. I smiled and hugged him. Get off him. Xaden shouted, and I turned to see his claws out. Don't tell me what to do. I shouted back. I am not yours. Yes you are, Toby said firmly. Why did you hide your scent from me when you saw me earlier? Because I don't want you. I told him. I don't want any of you. Leave US. The king shouted, and the room began to clear out, while the pack members started whispering among themselves, but all I could focus on was the pain the triplets' faces. Why don't you? Xaden asked, his voice thick with pain. Is it because of him? Are you lovers? If they are, they're not anymore. Kit spoke as he stared at me. I will kill him if it has to come to it. We're not together, I said angrily. He's my family, and I love him, but that's all. Then why? Xaden asked. Any girl would love to be in your shoes right now. You'll be a queen. I don't want to be a queen. I shouted. I don't want any of you. I reject you all. Let's not be so hasty, the queen said quickly. I'm sure, after all you've been through, especially after years of it, that the idea of having one mate is daunting, let alone 3, but as you're only 17, they can't mark you yet, so how about this? You will stay with us for the year, and once you're 18, they can mark you if you want, but if you still want to reject them, you can, and we'll let you go. No! I snapped. My mind won't change, I want to leave now. Wait! Emmett grabbed my arm and switched over to linking me. This could be a good thing. While you're with the princes you'll be safe, and we can find out who sold you. But, I whispered, what if they want a physical relationship? They're not bad looking, he shrugged. Could be worse, and they are your mates, you'll feel drawn to them. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to be happy. No, I shook my head. I don't want to be with them. I want to stay with you. Okay, so don't be with them, but now that it's out in the open, we can stick to our original plan for revenge, plus, now we can do it with resources. You'll be the Luna, the pack will follow your orders, and it'll be easier to get information. I frowned as I thought things over. Okay. No. Zora snapped. You're not using our mates. I will tell them the truth unless you actually give them a proper chance. I looked over at the triplets again, who were watching me, before I turned back to Emmett. Okay, fine. I told Zora. I'll be open to giving them a chance. Just keep things to yourself. So? Emmett asked. I'll do it, but if they touch me, I'm gone. I told him. What are you two talking about? Kit shouted angrily. Speak up. She'll agree to stay the year, but she doesn't want a physical relationship. Who the hell are you to decide that? Xaden asked. I decided. I glared at him. Take it or leave it. We agree. Toby hit his brother's arm. We won't touch you unless you agree.